topic is what causes depression among high school students. And we're just going to address four things. We're going to address what depression is, what causes it among high school students, how effective it is, and how can we end this problem. So, first we're going to start with Richard's question. What is depression?
So a lot of people mistake depression as only sad feelings, but actually depression can be a lot more serious than what people think it is. So Mayo Clinic defines depression as a disorder that causes persistent feelings of sadness and loss of interest. It affects how you feel, think, behave, and eventually can lead to emotional and physical problems. Now, what happens when you have depression? When you have depression, your self-confidence plummets. The lack of confidence leads to the feeling of being alone and unloved. Self-confidence also gets demolished during family issues like divorce, abuse, and death.
And then the purple packet.
Okay, so bipolar disorder bipolar is also another form of depression. It is a disorder associated with mood swings from lows to highs. It causes periods of elevated mood, low energy, and manic episodes. Medication and therapy are the only way to get treatment.
And then the next thing is what causes depression among high school students. And it's a lot of complicated things why it causes depression. First, scientifically, depression is caused by a lack of chemicals or surplus of chemicals. So as you can see, if there's an imbalance in the brain, then your emotional state will be in imbalance. And also a Harvard study shows that the hippocampus, which stores the memories, are smaller for people who have depression. It could be bullying, which unfortunately can double the risk of suicide, and according to Michelle Ham, Patriotic, shows that bullying doubles the chance of suicide among high school students. And it's not just bullying, but it's also work and school. According to the national NPR, 45% of students feel stress from homework and work, and a lot of that is a main implementation of depression. And then also, he's going to talk about depression among high school
Third,
students.
depression among high school students and how common depression is in today's society. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, roughly 10 to 15% of teenagers have some degree of depression, or 6.7% for the U.S. population, 18 years or older.
And then just briefly, we're just going to go by how we can decrease depression among high school students. First is limiting social media use. Second is also surrounding yourself with positive people and positivity. And doctors show that a lot of assistants and counselors will help solve this depression. So, do you guys have any questions in here or takeaways? So what are 2 questions you guys have for us? You want to start?
What's a good treatment for depression?
So the best treatment for depression, as doctors have shown, according to a Harvard study, is when you surround yourself with the right people, such as counselors and aides, because those can have the most impact on you. And is there one more question? Oh, this is the Q&A period.
I did. I said it causes periods of elevated mood, manic episodes, and energy.
So what's one more question you guys have?
What's a common teen stressor?
A common teen stressor, like we've shown, is homework and schoolwork. And a lot of thing is because when you see a lot of schools implement, let's say, tons of homework with pre-calculus or science, that can double their stress levels. So it's not just your social state, but it's also the state of your stress, which could implement depression. And then Richard, you can answer the next one if anyone has another question.
Do you guys define bipolar again?
Yeah. So bipolar disorder It's associated with mood swings from lows to highs.
Here are our takeaways. This is a brochure, and as you can see, it shows signs of depression to look out for. And then on the next page, it shows the resources that can help you, such as medical. And actually, my brother, he used to have depression, and how he overcame. He went to Allina Health, Abbott Northwestern Hospital.
I wouldn't even like that.
Yeah, and that helped. So